mention one other thing. This is so TNA. It almost just feels right. So on shoptna.com, they are selling a special collector's plaque that has a certificate of authenticity. It has a little plate that has the date and the location of the event, a photo of Dixie being put through a table, or I should say Bully's ass going through a table with Dixie taking a powerbomb, and a piece of the mat from that night, and a piece of the broken table that Bully's ass broke. And they're selling this. They're selling a plaque with a piece of mat and a piece of table from the bump for $200. $199.99 to be specific. You can own a piece of TNA memorabilia if you have $200 to spare. That in and of itself is completely ridiculous and comical, and if they sell 5 of them, I would be shocked, especially for that price. If it was $50, I could see people buying it, but not for $200. If you have $200 to spend, people, do not waste it on a TNA plaque with a piece of table from the Dixie Carter bump. Please don't do that. If you do, reevaluate your life. But that being said, that's not even why I bring this up. I bring this up because, and I didn't see anybody else point this out. No website, no tweet from anybody on Twitter when I did a search. I thought to myself, maybe I'm late to the game on this, and I'm noticing something that people noticed a week before I did. I didn't find anything. If you look at the plate that has the date and the location on the plaque, it says the Grand Ballroom, and underneath, which is accurate, by the way, the room in the building is the Grand Ballroom. It's on the upper floor. And underneath it, it says the Manhattan Ballroom. I don't know what the fuck the Manhattan Ballroom is. I've never heard of the Manhattan Ballroom before. It is the Manhattan Center. The Grand Ballroom at the Manhattan Center. How you fuck something like that up, I have no idea. They have a typo on the plaque, which they're selling for $200. If you're selling something for $200, at least get the fucking name of the building right. The Manhattan Ballroom. And somebody tweeted me, I don't think he was joking. He said, it's happened before. TNA must have put something like this out once before. And apparently on that one, they misspelled the word heavyweight. I mean, the quality control that goes into this stuff is just top-notch, let me tell you. But I just saw that, and it was the first thing I noticed. I'm surprised nobody else brought it up. I looked at it, and I said, wait a minute. The Grand Ballroom at the Manhattan Ballroom. That sounds a little redundant to me. And then I realized, yeah, typo. They fucked up. So back to the opening segment. Bully's out there. He brings out Devon. They end up calling out the Hardys. And then it becomes a reminiscing session of them talking about all their great matches in WWE. The first TLC match, the first table match, their ladder match at WrestleMania in the Astrodome. You know, all of the WWE great matches that they've had over the years. They're standing in this ring reminiscing. And, you know, I gotta say, between this and all of the ECW nostalgia that we've seen over the last several weeks on these shows from the Manhattan Center, or the Manhattan Ballroom, I guess, as they call it, Paul Heyman had a great line. I think it was from the interview he did with Ariel Helwani a few weeks ago, where he said, one of TNA's biggest problems, if not TNA's biggest problem, is that it does a much better job of promoting WWE and ECW than it does TNA. And I just think it's so true. It's so true.